What's going on YouTube? It's KSG Gamer here, and in this video we'll be going over the primaries that you get from the Rise of Iron Banner this month. First we'll be going over the Cleaver Dragon Pulse Rifle. This is a high rate of fire, low impact, low range, high stability, and high reload pulse rifle. As you can see, it has a very high rate of fire, and it doesn't have as much recoil as you would expect. My test subject here will be testing the damage counts. It's 23 to the head, it's 16 to the body. Now, if you want to say this was a real demonstration, if this was actually a game, a real life scenario, you would need two headshots, two body shots, and it does a lot of damage if you take it into context with the other pulse rifles. Here, if I have a pulse rifle, I'll compare it. The Red Death, for example. Here it is. We'll be testing out the damage of the Red Death just as a comparison. 30 to the head, 20 to the body. It has higher headshot damage but lower body shot damage. And the rate of fire is not as high, but it has very, very low stability. So in real life scenario, you need a headshot twice, body shot once. Now, although this is a little more damage and it takes less time to kill, the rate of fire is a little slow, so it would be faster to kill with the Cleaver Dragon since you'll get more shots in a faster amount of time. And even though it has good stability, it does have a little more range, but really it's all in the rate of fire. I can kill him really fast right now, and if I were to use the Red Death, I wouldn't be able to kill him as fast. If he will get here. So how's the weather, guys? You know, good weather? Wonderful weather we're having, yeah? It's nice on the moon. Yeah. Alright, so kill him. It took significantly more time to kill this test subject with the Red Death. Now take that into account. If this was a real life scenario, you would miss some shots, but since you have a higher rate of fire, you could get more shots in with this pulse rifle. This is the base pulse rifle with no upgrades. Upgrades that have hammer forged, braced frame, lightweight feather bag, glass half full, and feeding frenzy.
Heavy ammo.
This is this pulse rifle is definitely one of the best pulse rifles for PvP. It has a very fast time to kill, around 4 or 5 bursts to the head, maybe a little less,
Heavy
4 or
ammo
5.
available.
This is a very, very good pulse rifle. Now, when the test subject comes, we'll be testing out different ranges, different scenarios. I'll be over here, he'll be over there on the ground, and we'll be seeing the stability, the accuracy, and the time to kill. And we'll compare it with the Red Death. As you can see, the stability is very low, and it allows me to get as many shots in on an opponent that's a very long range. If I were to switch over to the Red Death, it would be same case scenario. From the same range, I would still be able to kill them. But the difference is the rate of fire is not as high, so the time to kill would be a lot slower. See, it took a while. It did take 3 shots, but it did take a while to take those shots in because it doesn't have a high rate of fire. It has good stability, it has more range, but really when you're looking at pulse rifles, you want to look at the rate of fire. Same goes for any weapon. If it has terrible range, terrible impact, the rate of fire could possibly make up for it. If especially when you're competing with other weapons, if I were to pull out this auto rifle from this range, as you can see, this auto rifle has a very high rate of fire and low impact, low range, mid stability, high reload. This is a archetype used for weapons such as Dr. Nepathy. If I was shooting at this range, it would be very hard to kill my target because of the amount of recoil. By that time, if that target was shooting at me with a pulse rifle, scout rifle, or even a hand cannon, I'd be dead by now. So weapons like this is, you should stay away from weapons like these, especially if you're on a long range map. If you're on a long range map, you should definitely stick with a pulse rifle or a scout rifle. And I know this is it's contradicting myself because I'm on a very short range map. But if I were to take the scout rifle here, the time to kill is very fast. I'm going to set a timer on my phone, and we'll compare the times between the scout rifle, the pulse rifle, the auto rifle. This will vary with different people who do this on different ranges, different scenarios. So I have a stopwatch. I think I said timer, I meant to say stopwatch. So I'll start as soon as I start, I'll attack.
I haven't seen a firefight like that since
So
Twilight
2.30 is the time to kill with the scout rifle from that range. Approximately 2.30. We're going to test out this pulse rifle and then the auto rifle, and then the Red Death just for context, because we're mainly reviewing this pulse rifle. The Red Death is the only other pulse rifle I have on me right now. So let's see what's the time to kill. You didn't see that. I didn't miss any of my shots. So, time to kill for a scout rifle at that range is 2.30. Given circumstances, if they're not shooting at you, they are shooting at you, you would take just a little longer because you would be flinching. Now, let's have the proper test with this pulse rifle. .25. So the pulse rifle is definitely a lot faster. Well, if you might not seem a lot faster, the scout rifle at this range took 2.30. The pulse rifle took 2.25. 1 millisecond is already enough, and it could definitely, that 1 millisecond, that 1 second could define the firefight, and it could define the rest of the match. So the pulse rifle is definitely the option to go. Now, just for fun, let's go with this auto rifle. I know this auto rifle is going to do terrible, but we'll see how this auto rifle does. So, test subject is standing over there. Gonna be firing, and 3.19 with the auto rifle at this range. Now that is not very good for an auto rifle. In most FPS games, auto rifles are probably classified as a mix between pulse rifle and scout rifle, but in Destiny it's a completely different story. So definitely, if you're running an auto rifle, you really need to be careful with these long range hallways. And if you're in a situation such as this, or really if you're at any long range map, if you see most people using scout rifles or pulse rifles, I think it would be better if you would switch over, depending on your tactic. Especially in Trials of Osiris, if you're looking to rush the shotgun, it's definitely better to use an auto rifle. Indeed, yeah. But if you're staying back with a pulse rifle or a scout rifle, the Cleaver Dragon, Iron Banner pulse rifle, or the Distant Star Iron Banner scout rifle will definitely be your top choices for long-range encounters. And I know that is a little ironic considering that this is a short-range map. So we're going to conduct another test, but this time it's going to be long range, and it's going to be a little harder to hit my target because he's hiding behind a bit of cover, and he's a lot longer range. So 2.20 to kill him at this range. This is a little further back, and I would have expected it to be a lot longer time to kill, because I'm a lot further back. Now, let's compare this with the Distant Star scout rifle, and we'll see if the time to kill is a little. See if the time to kill is faster or slower. I'm guessing that this will be a little faster because this is a scout rifle, and he just popped a super, so now I have to wait for the super to run out because super grants you extra armor. He's doesn't have his mic on apparently. So while we wait for his super to run out right now, alright, so we'll be conducting this test. 1.79, that is significantly faster than the pulse rifle. Pulse rifle was 2.20 or 2.25. This scout rifle was 1.79. I'm not even gonna test the auto rifle, because the auto rifle is gonna have a terrible time to kill. Maybe if it didn't have as much rate of fire, not rate of fire, if it had more stability, maybe, yeah, but this auto rifle is gonna do terrible. We'll compare it just for fun. So we'll try to burst fire here. See, it's absolutely terrible. I don't know if it's just my aim because that took 17 seconds. If you're at this range with the auto rifle, I don't think it's just me. I think most people would be it would be a little hard for most people to hit a target at that range with the auto rifle with an archetype such as this. High rate of fire, low impact, and low stability. So definitely stick to pulse rifles and definitely scout rifles when you have long range encounters such as this. Now, I did have the Iron Banner hand cannon. Fortunately, I infused it into my Hawkmoon, so I won't be able to compare that. But we can compare the Hawkmoon since it is a hand cannon, and it's almost the same except it fires a lot faster. And hand cannons tend to be tend to not have that much range. So it was around 6.23 was the time to kill with this hand cannon. If it was with the Iron Banner hand cannon, which I know has more range but fires slower, it would be around the same time. Although it has higher range and it's a 3-hit kill, it fires very slow, and the Hawkmoon fires fast. I wasn't spamming the trigger, so it didn't seem as if the Hawkmoon was firing fast. But anyways, guys, that concludes the rest of this. That concludes the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video comparing the pulse rifle with the auto rifle, scout rifle. I know that this would have been the main subject for today.
Heavy
that would be mainly comparing this pulse rifle, but I think that we successfully compared almost all of the Iron Banner primaries in this test. We know which ones are good for close encounters, and we'll conduct one more test before we end this video, just because I think that I want to give the auto rifle a fair chance. So we'll conduct a short range test. So up close, the pulse rifle took 2.5 seconds to kill. We switching to the scout rifle. So the pulse rifle took 2.5 seconds to kill at short range. 2.5. Now let's see how this scout rifle does. Hopefully, I know the scout rifles are usually long range, so it might not do as much. So 2.35. Pulse rifle is 2.5. Scout rifle is 2.35. So that was a little worse, but that's because this is a slow rate of fire and high range scout rifle. So I expected that, really. Now test the auto rifle. The auto rifle should win. Auto rifles with this type of archetype in this game are definitely close range. Definitely with this auto rifle, low impact, high range. So let's test it out. So around 2.60, I did miss a couple of shots there. If I didn't miss those shots, it would have been, I believe, around just 2.1, 2.2. It would have been a lot lower. If it was my bad, I missed a couple of shots. I mean, so far I think this is a pretty good test. We conducted some experiments. Let's the auto rifle. Let's compare the auto rifle with the hard light. and then with the Kvastov. See if the Hardlight or Kvastov will do any better.
Let them burn in your light.
So the Kvastov did 2.30. I mean, not the Kvastov, I'm sorry, the Hardlight did 2.30. I expected that because it doesn't have as much rate of fire as the auto rifle, but it does have more impact, so the time to kill would have been a lot faster. Now we're gonna test out the Kvastov. The Kvastov auto rifle. So it's 2.32, but this is a base auto rifle with rarely any upgrades. I feel like if you had different upgrades, the time would vary, especially with this. This is the most customizable exotic in the game, so the times would definitely vary. That's why this experiment is not it's not that valid, because the Kvastov, you can upgrade it to have faster kill times, so it really wasn't that fair. But we did compare the Iron Banner weapons, except for the hand cannon. Unfortunately, I don't have the hand cannon with me. I'll see if I can get footage of the hand cannon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found this helpful. I hope this will help you choose your preferred Iron Banner weapon, preferred weapon death. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please rate, comment, like, and subscribe. And